On the show today, I've got a phenomenal Gen Z babe. And I'm very excited to be speaking to this, my Gen Z babe, because not only is her name Joy, she also radiates a lot of joy. And I think that, our Gen Zs, they have been given a bad reputation. And I want us to see how we can change that reputation today on this episode. So welcome to the Green Room Diaries. My name is Adiola Kingsley James. And yes, let's give it up for Joy.
Hi, my name is Joy.
Yes, and look at, see, what did I tell you people? That she brings joy. So Joy, on our show, we don't tell a little bit about ourselves. We tell a lot about ourselves. So I want you to share with our audience the beautiful things that you've done and still doing, and let's celebrate you.
Now I'm thinking,
Aha.
where should I start from?
From the very beginning. We have time.
Okay, so I'm a Gen Z, which means that I haven't spent so much time as you have spent on Earth.
Yes, that's
so
okay.
I would start from, I studied mass communication in the uni. I've always wanted to be a presenter, a newscaster, but I'm an actor today.
Okay. So let's talk about, well, I mean, in your time, maybe your parents might not have been that fussy about what you want to do. I remember both my parents are in the television industry. I say that I'm an industry baby, right? But I remember when I went home and told my dad I wanted to study theater arts, my father said no. And his reason was, and he was correct actually, because I didn't know what I wanted to study growing up. And so I thought, okay, mass comm, too much books, cancel. English, too many books, cancel. Theater arts, clapping and dancing, I'm there. That's what I thought. So I went home and I said to my dad, I said, Daddy, now I know what I want to do. I want to study theater arts. My father looked at me and said, you? He said, no. I said, why? He said, because you have never shown any interest in the arts. And he was correct. I just was looking for the easiest way out of it. And so that's even my father that is one of the pioneering, creatives, I'll say, in Nigeria. I had a lot of friends who would say theater, their father and mother would say over their dead body. If you're either lawyer or doctor or engineer, maybe nurse at the most. What did your parents say when you said to them, I want to be on TV?
First, my dad doesn't even know I act.
Say that again.
My daddy doesn't know I'm an actor.
How come?
I don't know. It's just
You've
my
never
mom.
told him?
I have, but it has this mindset
That
like
you will
your
still
dad that it has to be the 9 to 5. So he believes in this whole, we wake up in the morning, go to work. So even if you are telling him there is something different, he's hearing you, but he's not understanding.
Oh, I like that. Because there's a difference between hearing and understanding. So what does he think you do?
To be honest, I can't even say at this point, because there was a time when I was in uni studying mass comm. Before I came into the industry, I was a dancer. So I danced professionally. And at that point, it was a struggle between my parents and myself.
Okay, tell us about that.
I really love dancing. So dancing has always been in me. I didn't go to a dance academy or something, but there was just that talent that when I see this move, I can do it. And I have always been doing it. And then when I started dancing, I really loved dancing and all of that. My parents said, no, face your book, read. I said, okay, yes, I would read. I came out with good results. And then when I came out, dancing I still dance, but I believe that I have greater purpose in other places than just dancing. And gradually my mom started understanding that, so now there are no more children, they know what they want, so we have to let them do what they want. So that's it.
And so what kind of support, do you live with your parents?
Yes, I do.
So when you leave home every day to maybe go for a production, where do you tell your dad you're going to?
I tell my mom.
Daddy, this episode is for you.
I tell my mom, and I'm grateful to God that I have the mom I have, because she's very understanding. If she doesn't understand now, in a year time or 2 years to come, she would understand.
Okay.
And then she knows, she trusts her children, and she doesn't trust us entirely, but she knows that this is your capacity. This is what you can do. This is what you cannot do. This is what I have seen you do. And I believe that you can do more. So my mom supports me. Recently, I just concluded a short film, and my mom was very invested. I didn't really tell her when I started planning, and when I told her, she's like, a bad child.
So talk to us about that short film. I'd love to hear it.
So first, I would like to say a big thank you to my executive producer, Miss Lara Kayode, CEO O Kayode and Co. So when I spoke to her about the vision of the film, she was so much interested. She's actually this person that when she sees something and she likes it and agrees with her thought, her value, she's in for it. And then she also supports people. So when I spoke to her about it, I can't really say that I said the right words. I just knew that I spoke to her, and then she's like, you know what, we're going to do this. And the moment she gave that go ahead, everything just went ahead. So when I was thinking about the production, I didn't really think that it was going to be a big production, because it was just a short script, a short film of like 6 pages, but less dialogue, but more emotional work. So I didn't really think it was going to be big, and I'm very big on my faith. So let me just say this now before I say the next thing. So I'm very
hold on to your faith. Whatever that faith is, hold on to it. Tell us.
I'm this type of person that I can't say yes if God hasn't said yes. And my spirit always bears witness with the Spirit of God. Whenever that...
I felt your spirit. Hallelujah. Let's go.
So whenever it's a go ahead, I know it's a go ahead. So it was something that when I went out there to start speaking, to start getting my team, it was like God already told these people that Joy is coming. Whatever thing she needs, just give it to her. So with the budget we had, if I tell you the kind of production we did and the type of equipment, location, it was like the miracle of 5 loaves and 2 fishes.
Oh, nice.
Because the equipment we use, if we had to pay for it, was going to be a lot, but we got it based on favor and relationship. The locations we used, welfare, my cast, my crew. It was like there was this thing that God did, and that everyone who I spoke to regarding this short film, they all said yes. And then because of their support and because of the fact that God was there with me, I mean, everything was just really beautiful. I was a producer and I was also the lead actor, and it was a big experience for me, because the script, the short film is centered on trauma, and it requires lots of emotional work. And for the fact that I was producing and also playing that kind of character, I needed lots of energy. And where the energy came from, only God can tell.
So you celebrated the executive producer, you celebrated the cast and the crew and God.
Yes.
Where are you in all of that? You didn't celebrate yourself.
So now this celebration is for me. I'm actually grateful to God and thankful to God.
Yeah, you have already thanked God.
I can't say me without saying God.
But you have said God already. You have said it's over. And so here's my point, right? One of the things that I've realized is we give so much credit to everything and everyone else but ourselves.
Very true.
So yes, God gave you an idea. You could have done absolutely nothing with it. You're not going to be the first. Neither would you be the last who does nothing with ideas that get given by whoever we call God. Right?
Yeah.
So the fact that, in fact, at some point in the Bible, God said something around, if you fail to do it, I will raise up stones. Right?
Yes.
So it's not every idea God has given you that even you has executed. So God gave you an idea, so you thank God for the idea. Who executed it?
I did.
So who are you meant to thank next?
Myself. And I'm going to say a big thank you for being available to do it. 1, and 2, for not saying no. For there were so many impossibilities, but I thank myself that it was not an obstacle.
Very
and
good.
I thank myself that I was emotionally strong and physically strong to be able to execute everything we did. So a big thank you to Emeka Joy Ozichi.
There you go. Now I can clap for you. Because, it's very important. And I'll tell you why it's important to celebrate yourself. What gets celebrated gets repeated. Okay? It's almost like your brain takes a picture of, oh, she did it. Oh, now she's celebrating it. Oh, we want to do more. Have you had an animal before? Have you had a dog before? Okay. Have you seen, I'm a dog lover and I'm a dog owner and a dog mommy. You see your dogs, when you say to them, good girl or good boy, they're wagging their tail. They're excited. Even to your children or your nieces, everybody loves praises. So if you praise everybody else but yourself, you're actually doing yourself disservice. Now, let me tell you why you should praise yourself more. I will tell you. 1, you had an idea. Oh, I want to create a script. XYZ, XYZ.
Sorry, can I say something?
Yes, please.
So I also want to say a big thank you to my director and my DOP.
Don't worry, we've already thanked them. We've thanked the cast and the crew. Don't worry. Leave them. It's not about them today. It's about you. I want us to trace it back. You got an idea. Oh, I want to create a short film, XYZ, XYZ, around trauma. For whatever reason, you went a step further to speak to somebody to say, this is the idea that I have. I'm not sure whether you went to her to give you money, but maybe the first thing was you went to her to share your idea with. And she said, oh, this idea is great. I'm going to do XYZ. And then you went ahead to get all the people that you needed. Now, some people might have even maybe said no. Some people might have said half yes. Some people might have said full yes. Regardless of what it is, I'm sure you had obstacles.
Some people said yes and they didn't show up.
There you go. There you go. So the reason why I'm saying that is that there were several steps where you could have turned your back on this God-given idea. And you even justify yourself. It might even be justifiable that, oh, it's because this person, like you said, they said yes, they didn't come. Because Gen Zs have a bad reputation. And I think it's very unfair. Because I saw a commercial, I think I saw a commercial on TV. And they are saying, Gen Zs, they don't like to work. They just want to live on vibes. And that thing turned my stomach. Because I thought that's very unfair to label a whole generation lazy. I think that's very unfair. And so I then have you, Gen Z, who does not have a father who is a billionaire. Or that your father doesn't even know what you're doing. So you don't have father support.
Yes.
Then you have a mother who is able to support, but I'm not sure she's able to support you financially either in the way that you need it. So you have every reason to say my father doesn't have, my mother doesn't have. Let me just keep hustling like we use.
We just live on vibes.
Let me live on vibes and inshallah, as you people say, and be clocking it and being on, call yourselves great. But you're a good example to a lot of youngies out there. And that's why I want us to celebrate it, right? The fact that you had an idea to speak to somebody, even if she didn't think so great of it, the fact is that she saw something in you. When you said, I don't know if I said the right words, you did. Because if you said the wrong words, you wouldn't have gotten any money from her. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's stop reducing the work that we do. Okay? And it's not just a you thing. I've seen it in a lot of people. Oh, your hair is beautiful. So this hair that I bought under the bridge, I didn't ask where you bought it from. Because we don't know how to, not only do we not know how to give ourselves praises, we also don't know how to receive it. And it's important that we start to learn. Now, like I said, your father is still funny to me. But there's so many kids in your age range who have parents who are not supporting them. And they're using that same reason to not do anything. You are using the same reason to do something. And so I want you to teach the Gen Zs out there, your age, your gang, how to, there's something about resilience. There's something about an awareness of who you are, right? And you're still growing in that journey, but you have not stopped yourself from doing some of the things that you're doing. And you're telling yourself, I want to be a film producer. And you're not just saying it with mouth. You are taking action. You are doing, even if this short film is 6 minutes, who cares? There's so many people that you have met in this industry 50 years that they don't have 1 minute film. Right? So there's a lot to say, and I really, really respect you, and I'm very inspired by you, because there's a lot to say for that, right? That you say something and you do it. So you're a talk and do. And you're a young girl. In an industry where there are a lot of vipers, in an industry where there are a lot of, takers, in an industry where there are also a lot of givers, because if you didn't find Lara Kayode to give you, you will not have. Do you understand what I mean? And so we've not seen the film yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, because now you're the lead actress in it, right? And is it actress they call it, or actor?
Anyone is fine.
Okay, all of the above. Okay, cool. You're the lead character in it. And I would love to see your expression and your interpretation of trauma. And I don't know where it leads or how it leads, but let's talk about Gen Z and my mental health.
My mental health.
Yeah. So how do we create some kind of momentum for younger creatives, especially those, because now everybody is a content creator.
Yes.
Everywhere I look, in fact, on my street where I live in Ikoyi, that street, from morning till night, there are dancers on the road, from the beginning of the road to the end of the road. They're all naked, half naked, wearing some. So I'm thinking, so if this is all these people are doing, how are they eating? But maybe they're eating that I don't know. So tell us.
So first, I would say to everyone listening or watching this, first, your background shouldn't determine your background.
Maybe I say that again.
Maybe I have to say it
slower, because some people like
me
is
not the reason for your background. You shouldn't remain at the back because of where you're coming from.
Yes, ma'am.
So even if your father or your mother does not have or do not support you, it shouldn't be an excuse. It's a lazy man's excuse that my dad doesn't support me. And sometimes we can be very emotional. And I know that there are people who are very respectful to their parents, that they would say, my dad doesn't support me, my mom doesn't support me. But believe me, what your dad is doing, he's doing it because of his own perspective about life. And now that we are in this generation and we know that strategy changes. So there was a time where 9 to 5 was the strategy to make money. But in our generation now, the strategy is different. So you have to find that strategy that works for you. And it's not all about doing things from your comfort zone. It's not about doing things that speaks vibe or doing what everyone is doing. Because right now, we are in the content creation, social media kind of generation. And then everyone thinks that it's all about creating content. But the truth is that it's not all about creating content. It's all about your mindset, what you've done that is not on social media. And then when you've done something that is not on social media and you bring it on social media, you don't even have to make too much noise. Things just begin to happen. But when you come, it's just like you want to start a business and you've not thought about it. You've not counted your cost, dotted your I's and
crossed your T's.
And then you just come on social media and say, this is my day one of starting my Zobo business. What happened to your strategy behind? What happened to when will I start? But people will just come on social media and say, this is my day one of my speaking challenge. No, if you want to learn how to speak, go and read books, go and pay a coach, go and be in organizations that will help you speak. Don't come on social media and say, I'm speaking to my camera because of I want to learn how to speak. So it has to be done behind first before it comes in front of the camera. And these are things that so many Gen Zs think that, my mentor, they're just lazy excuses. But believe me that there are so many Gen Zs.
Right.
Gen Zs are really dogged people. We are very outspoken. We are the kind of people who we've seen the wrong and we want to do better. So that's why there's so much agitation there's this thing in Gen Zs that when you stay around the Gen Z, you will know. Because if you tell us to sit, we're not going to sit first. We'll ask you, why should we sit? That's how we are. And not like we are rude.
You're asking questions.
Yes,
right?
we just want to know better.
Right. I have a Gen Alpha who somewhere in her mind thinks she's a millennial. Oh, no, Gen Z. Well, anyways, I have a Gen Alpha. And one of the things that she has taught me is how to answer questions. You know, when I was growing up, if an adult tells a lie, you cannot say it, right? In fact, as they're lying, you'll be saying, that true that you're telling, you say true, right? And I always had a challenge with it, and I still do. But because we're raised to silence, right? We're raised in silence also. So you'll see people do certain things and they're wrong. My Gen Alpha, she will say, but mommy, why did you lie?
I love her.
And I'll look at her and say, I'm sorry. She'll say, no, that's not the answer. Why did you lie? Because there has to be a reason for lying. And then I'll say to her, I remember one particular one, I said, actually, I didn't lie. My intention was to do it. The mistake that I made was that I didn't call you when I realized I couldn't do it, to tell you in advance that I will not be able to do it. So for that, I apologize. So my intention wasn't to lie. But eventually I had to, because I didn't want to hurt you. And she looked at me and she goes, I understand. I'm like, thank you. So I have that kind of relationship with her. I remember a day she said something about me lying in front of a friend of mine. My friend almost died of her. It wasn't my friend she was talking to. It was me. But my friend could not believe that I was okay with my daughter asking me that question. And so I looked at my friend and I asked her, did I not lie? My friend said, and so what? I said, so if I lied, then I've got to be okay with somebody questioning me. And it doesn't matter how old that child is. Right? Now, we have a lot of things that we have allowed. You know, oh, she's an adult. She's an elderly. Fools grow old too. Right? So it's not about age. It's about your character. It's about integrity. It's about values. It's about, you know, we our children, we do exactly what they see us do. Now, half of the time our parents lied that they were first in class. If all our parents were first, please, who came last?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. Me too, I don't know.
So all our parents came first. And it's not true.
Yes.
So I feel like, you know, so the Gen Z is not coming out to say, I'm not having any of that crap, guys.
No.
If you lie, we will call you out to it. And I don't know why we have a problem being called out. I mean, all of a sudden, we're forgotten that we were children too, and we lied, we stole, we weed on our bed, we came last in class, we were sitting at the... All of a sudden, we're not expecting so much from you guys that we actually didn't teach you even what to do. And so there's so much going on. And I'm very happy when I see because you're not just an actor. There's something else you do on the side, a service you provide.
Yes.
What is that service?
A virtual assistant service.
See?
Yes. I make money if I'm not making films.
See? So you have more than one thing that you're doing that I don't use the word hustle because I mean, when you think hustle, you think stress and I don't use that word at all because I'm very particular about my words. As a hypnotherapist, I know that abracadabra, do you know what it means?
Magic.
No, it doesn't. It's magicians that use it. Abracadabra means I create as I speak.
Okay.
So the words that you speak are actually creating your world, right? So I'm very, and it's called a spelling for a reason because you are casting a spell on yourself. So I'm very particular about those words. So I'm not going to use that word that you Gen Zs like to use. I'm a hustler. There's no hustling here.
We deal on deals.
Yeah, you know. I like that. Say we deal on deals. Okay. I don't deal on no deals. However, I'm looking at, so you're not just in one place. So I think it's, once again, it's very unfair. And I'm saying it to people out there who say Gen Zs are lazy and don't want to do anything. This is a Gen Z here who is not just an actor. She's a producer. She's an executive producer. She's a writer. She's a virtual assistant, right? You're doing all these things. And I want to believe that you're doing them excellently well, at least to the capacity that you're able to do it. You mentioned something earlier around getting coaches. What do you think about that? How many, do you have coaches? Do you pay them? Because one thing is to have coach that you be begging, please help me. But do you think there's an importance in, and I'm not talking about, you know what we go to do in school is academics.
Yes.
And by the time you're done with the academics, what they have taught you is completely outdated. So right now, I don't really believe in school much, but I believe in education. And education is what happens outside school, right? How do you keep developing yourself as a Gen Z? And how important is it professionally and personally?
Okay, so I'll first of all start from my career as an actor. I studied mass communication, but I also went to acting school. Mommy J's school.
Okay.
I did
and
a
that's
9 months.
Joke Silver, guys. Not, we all call her Mommy J. But you know.
Yes. I did a 9-month acting for the screen. It was a sponsored, it was a sponsored class, but my transport fare, my dedication, my showing up
was
were
yours.
the things I paid for it.
Absolutely.
Second, I also did Ebony Life.
Okay.
I paid for it, my dedication. And during the time, because I did Ebony Life last year, I also attend voice classes. I recently wrote a music exam last year in November.
Nice.
I have a personal coach who I pay personally. Every month, I take 4 classes in music. And music actually helps me to...
That's another aspect of you again. So what do you want to do with music? Musician, singing?
Singing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something that helps, that adds to my skill as an actor.
Absolutely.
So I may end up using it or not using it, but the most important thing is that I'm able to grow myself in a different aspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I pay for it.
And
I also go to the gym and I pay for
there
it.
you go. So you please, you both should stop. Leave my Gen Zs alone. Keep
Gen
going.
Zs, we are dogged people. And when I come across opportunities that would grow me or something that would add more knowledge, I'm also, I mentioned that I'm very big in my faith. I listen to Apostle Selman's message every time. It's something that helps me grow so many things that I know today, from going to church, listening to sermons, opening up my mind to new things. It has helped me to grow. So I would say listening to sermons, they are like it's like an unpaid service.
Yes, but you're using data.
Exactly.
You're paying for something.
So yes,
and your time.
And my time.
Because
as
money
well
is not
too.
time.
Exactly. Yes. And also I work as a virtual assistant. So if there are things that I do not know, so there's a client who I'm currently working for, and when she wants something to get done, something new, she pays for a course or pays a coach who would train me and my team to do it.
Fantastic.
So it's always one training to a different training.
Fantastic.
And so we just keep on doing it until we begin to look like what we want to be.
Absolutely. I love that. And so tell me, what's one thing you're excited about at the moment, aside your film? Because you have told us plenty about that film. In fact, I already know the film. It's like, I've
seen it before.
I've watched the film.
You were
in
on
my
set
head.
with us.
Yes, in spirit. So what's one thing you're excited about at the moment? Either a dream that you have or something that you are just about to get into, or just anything that that we can support you in.
Okay.
I mean, of course, for the film, we'll support you. That's what we do in FWIFT. We support our
And
own.
I'm also a member of FWIFT.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're not just a member. You're head of social media.
Too.
Exactly, and
next
committee.
generation committee.
There you go.
Yes.
So I mean, like, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Let me step into your father's shoes. and take the place of your father. Let me speak on behalf of him. I'm so proud of you. And I believe that sometimes you say your parents say no to certain things. And when they see your dedication and tenacity and your growth, the reason why they said no might have been out of some kind of fear. But when they now see that, okay, this one is serious about this and look at how her path is, I'm sure your father will come around. Yes, I'm sure he will.
Very sure.
And then be shouting, go Joy, go Joy. Go. I'm seeing it for you already.
And I'll just be feeling myself.
Yes.
I told you.
Yeah, Daddy, I told you. Clock it, Daddy. Right. So tell us one thing that you're excited about that.
I would say I'm excited about the person I'm becoming. And the reason why I'm excited is that before now, I wasn't like this. I was one of the most fearful people that you would ever. I was scared of the dark. I was scared of doing something. I was scared of making a mistake. But right now, I'm actually excited that I'm becoming this lady. I'm becoming this woman that 5 years ago, it wasn't in my imagination that one day I would ever do something like this. I'm excited that I have a dream. I want to be an international actor. And I'm excited that I have the capacity to dream it.
Absolutely.
I do not know anybody. I've not been featured in the biggest film in Nigeria, but I have the capacity to dream it, which means that I'm on my way there.
Yes. Let's please. So I want you to know something, that the how is none of your business. That's God's business.
Yes.
Right? Your own job is to dream it. So as we're dreaming, close your eyes. Let's quickly do one quick transporting into the future. So it's 2050. It's 24 years from now. And you have become this international actor, world-renowned international actor. And because of the work that you have done, you have helped so many people. And so on the chair right now, 2050, there's a young girl sitting down right now who is talking about what Joy did, what you did to make her life easier. What is it you would like her to say that you did that made her life easy? Take your time.
I would like her to say, thank you, Joy, for helping me dream, for helping me see myself, for helping me do something. I would like her to say, thank you, Joy. The fact that you were able to do this, I can do this. Thank you, Joy, for giving the voiceless people a voice. I'm now a voice, and I'm going to become a global voice.
But she'll be calling you Auntie Joy because she's not your mate.
Yeah.
So you can wake up from this dream, and the last thing you're going to do for us, which is the last thing everybody does on this show, I would come back and celebrate you, but I want you to celebrate yourself and thank yourself. Just give me 2 things that you're thanking yourself for right now.
I'm thanking myself for staying true to myself and true to my purpose. That's one. And I'm thanking myself for keeping my joy alive.
Yes. And on that note, my joy is keeping her joy alive. Thank you so much, my darling. There's, honestly, I'm an eye person. So I look at how people use their eyes. And the way you smile, and how it connects with your eyes shows me how much beauty you have on the inside. There's some pain there, but there's a lot of beauty. And because for me, it's like almost there's this beauty even in your pain. And I'm so grateful that you exist and you are that voice, like you say, for the voiceless. But I'm also so grateful that you are that voice for yourself, because you cannot give what you do not have. So thank you so much for being a good inspiration to young ones out there. And even to me, because you have inspired me today. You have a 6-minute film. right? And I'm sure maybe even there'll be more and more
More
and
to
more.
come.
And so I celebrate you for everything that you have done, you are doing, and you will do. And so, guys, you can see Gen Z is not all bad. We have some great Gen Zs, especially in the film industry. In the midst of us Swift Women, which is a forum for women in film and TV, where we've been able to come up with this idea of the Green Room Diaries and share from our heart, share from our experiences. You know, the most important thing is that we're celebrating ourselves. But from us to you, we want you guys to know that you're not alone. Everything that you are going through, will go through, have gone through. We have done it over and over and over again. And we're still here, you know, looking all pretty. This pretty, there's no fakeness in this, my pretty. Oh. I'm very naturally outside and inside. If you're a woman in the film industry, media, anywhere, everywhere in the world, whether you're a Nigerian, African, all over the world, and you're looking for a community of women who support one another, the lady Joy mentioned is a Swift member who was her executive producer on her film. Guess what? We look after our own. So join us. We're looking for more members to celebrate. Come one, come all, as we say, and be a part of us. Thank you for watching the Green Room Diaries. My name is Adiola Kingsley James. Love and light.